This is my presentation on languages in Pakistan, both on how many there are and the effects it has on the people of Pakistan. It's estimated that there are over 40 languages that are spoken in Pakistan. However, there are 9 major languages: Punjabi, Sindhi, Saraiki, Pashto, Urdu, Baluchi, Hindiko, Baruhai, English, and then Burushahi and others. And this graph kind of illustrates in what percentages those languages are spoken. We're going to watch this video that this lady, she's actually Pakistani made, and we'll just watch what she has to say about English and Urdu.
So, let us start. Urdu. Urdu is the national language of Pakistan. According to the 1998 census, out of a total population of 137 million, 94 million could speak Urdu. That's 68.6% of the total population. It's the lingua franca or the bridge language of Pakistan. Formed by Muslim rulers who had multilingual courts and armies for better communication, it is also spoken in northern India. It has official status in India and is the state language of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Telangana and Jammu and Kashmir. It is used mostly as second language. There are 13 million or 8% who speak it as first language. Urdu native speakers are mostly found in urban areas, especially urban Sindh. Next is English. This was the official language of Pakistan since 1970s until recently. This is known as the language of educationists, and 49% of Pakistanis are able to communicate in English at intermediate level. Pakistan culture and language has morphed English into Pakistani English. It holds its position as a language of power. It is used as a second language. These two were the national languages of Pakistan, understood and spoken in all the provinces.
So kind of like the lady said, the English and Urdu were the kind of both dual languages of Pakistan until recently, when Pakistan declared Urdu as its only national language. A lot of people aren't happy about it. I read some social media posts that said Urdu is not the language of the majority, still it is the national language of Pakistan. Even in linguistics, minority is imposed on majority. Or Urdu is the language of the Mohijars, which are refugees from India. And this does not make sense that the country adopts the language of refugees as its national language. Professor Ijaz Khan from Peshawar University International Relations Department, pictured there on the left, says overemphasis on Urdu may erode this progress and take the country in a direction 180 degrees opposite to that of the rest of the world, which is increasingly using English as their lingua franca, which is like a bridge language people who have different native tongues use to communicate. So why does anyone care what the national language is? Pakistani and Punjabi journalist Mushtaq Sufi says, he's pictured there on the left, our Muslim identity is almost 1,000 years old, while our Pakistani identity is still in its infancy in terms of historical time. The core component of a culture is a language that preserves its speakers' past, articulates their present, and projects its future in an imaginative construction. And so, I don't know, it's just like us. If we have something that we feel is unique to us and we've had it for a long time, we're very reluctant to let that thing go, especially when it is how we describe so much of who we are and where we came from and things like that. From the beginning, Urdu was planned to be the Pakistani national language. However, Jinnah he could barely speak it, and he couldn't write any of it. General Zia wanted Arabic to be the national language. I think it's interesting that it's not really, because Arabic is the language of the Quran, and they believe to truly have read the Quran, you have to have read it in Arabic. So I find it interesting that the Muslim state national language isn't Arabic. Really though, Pakistan is in a tight spot as to what they should do with their language. I read an article, a guy was talking around, he said, English opens the window into an external world. All other languages are but peepholes in comparison. It's so like English is the language that internationally pretty much all countries speak and use to communicate and do business. However, very few Pakistanis speak English at home, and early childhood learning happens fastest in the mother tongue, is what the guy said. And lots of the country's music and poetry is written in Pakistan's variety of languages, and losing those would be a shame. So it's kind of a, like I have pictured here, it's kind of an oxymoron. They don't know what to do, whether to stop or to keep moving, because if they adopt English and people stop forgetting their native tongues in Pakistan, they'll lose a lot of their culture, and it might just kind of set them back as far as learning and education goes. So that is my presentation. Thanks.